It's been a while since I've done a PSA, and I thought, what better than to discuss God bubbles? But not every God bubble, just one God bubble in particular. It's come to my attention the more official that I have played recently. A lot of people do not utilize this and take full advantage of it, and I don't really know why. So I figured I would talk about this in today's video. Mind you, this is more so for people on PvP servers, mostly official, because unofficial, God bubbles usually last forever unless the server has their settings set properly and it actually ages properly. But today we're going to be talking about the Pit of Yog. Have you ever loaded into a server and when you open the map you noticed so many Abyss of Yogs? Have you ever wondered why? Well, if you're experienced to the game, I'm sure you can already figure out why. If you're not, then this is for you, and maybe this will help you because I see a lot of people not utilizing this and making many mistakes with altars. So we're going to jump back into the game right now, and I'm going to show you the Abyss of Yog and why people prefer this. And it's not just the size, but as you can see, every grid is a 5x5 that an altar is on. And you can visually see which one's the smallest. Reason one why people prefer Yog is, well, the size and also the collision of the altar itself. The skull on the top will go through about any structure. The size that it takes up is small, and it usually has minimal impact on your base, allowing you to get it into smaller base locations with ease. But that's not the only reason this is the most popular altar to use for a god bubble. If you're new to the game and you did not pick the Yog religion right off the bat, don't worry. Where you see my marker on the map right now is where you can learn it. You'll probably be grabbing this obelisk. You'll be around Noob River anyway, so if you did not pick Yog religion, you can easily go learn it, so don't worry. All you got to do is walk up to this guy, he teach you an emote and the religion. Very simple. Now, if you're farming unblemished flesh to get your zeal, I wanted to talk about expertise real quick. Make sure you always pick the first one. Always get efficient harvester. As you can see right there with efficient harvester, I got +2, which is nice because transfers currently on official are disabled. So if you don't have the sigil of the gremlin, you're not going to be able to take full advantage of that. So just remember, like I said, make sure you have efficient harvest. You're not always going to get 2, but farming the city on a loop, you're going to end up coming home with enough zeal to get you going and get your altar upgraded. And that's what's important. Another little tip when I am farming unblemished flesh, I like to keep the human flesh and I like to put it in a fluid press. Blood is very useful, especially for bestial potions, and I like to get as much as I can, so I usually hold on to the human flesh and throw them into some fluid press. If you've kind of been incognito on the server and hiding out, before you pop your altar, make sure you have a priest and make sure you have enough to pop the bubble in the first place, because it's going to create a beacon on the map and everyone's going to be able to find you. Just a heads up, I have raided people that were extremely confused on how I found their base. It killed a couple brain cells of mine. Now that we have skeletal decoration unlocked, you can see it costs 40 bone and 100 stone. This is extremely easy to farm the stone nowadays because official is now 4x. So take full advantage of it. And for the bone farming, right now I am going to put a map on screen. At the end of the video, I will show you the actual pathing that my team and I use. And you are more than welcome to use that. Or you could just pause it and use the map if you are unfamiliar where to get bone. But it's pretty straightforward. But I figured I would throw it in just to be helpful. The next image you are seeing, you can pause as well. The swords obviously crossed are where we find our Yog priest. So feel free to pause if you were unaware. This is the route we like to take. And if you are a galleon farmer and like to farm the boat, you can also find one up there as well. But personally, the 3 spots marked on the bottom right here are usually where I just rotate and find it. That's what my group and I do. I took the time to put all the required resources in here so you could see we have 20,000 bone and 50,000 stone. That's all it's going to take for us to craft skeletal decorations and give us 500 zeal. which then is going to in turn give us the ability to craft Yogg's protection. That's how simple it is. There's no reason not to have a bubble. If you have a key location, if you're a target, and you know, oh my gosh, okay, this is the part of the rant. This is the real PSA right here. Now the PSA right now, okay, there is no reason not to have a god bubble. You gotta pop it every other day. It lasts 36 hours. Big deal. It's not that hard to farm. Take a few hours out of your playtime. You know, just take a day off from looking for stupid dancers and farm your bubble, okay? Bubbles are great. It's going to protect you against a god, and the smaller bubble's going to protect you against arrows and stuff, orbs and all that good crap. It's nice, so then they can only use bombs and trebs. It's pretty nice. So if you have a nice base location, there's no reason not to have one. So please, please farm one. Like, I can't stress this enough. Don't be that lazy, okay? Now, if you don't need one, you don't need one. Now, like I said, this is more so for official PvP. Unofficial servers, some of them even have god bubbles disabled because the game's not optimized properly. I was even reading through threads earlier, and I even saw someone that creates the dedicated server launcher for Conan. Even he isn't aware of how to fix the age on unofficial servers. What that results in is zombies that never expire, bubbles that never expire, stuff like that. Because that age, that timer that's ticking, constantly gets reset on restarts and shutdowns and crashes. So this stuff is just infinite. So like I said, this guide and PSA is mostly for people on official. Since I've been playing a lot of official recently, we pop a bubble. I don't care how many people are online. I don't care. I'm not going to take the chance, and neither should you. That one day you forget to pop that bubble, and then your whole base, all that work you have done to accumulate all you have in your base, it is completely ignorant to not take advantage of this and easily have a bubble every other day. Just trust me. It's not that bad. Even if you're taking a break from the game and you still are on official, at least farm your bubble. You know, get your friends together, farm some bubbles out, get the zeal going. It's not that hard. For God's sake. Oh my God. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for the video, so I hope you did enjoy, and if you are new to the game and found any of this information useful, helpful, whatever, feel free to subscribe. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, let me know down below. And I would like to say a special thanks to my wife for helping me out with this. She did do the maps, and she even provided this footage at the end that you are watching right now of the pathing that we used to collect our bone. But that's it for me. Stay safe. Happy Halloween, I guess. And, you know, pop your freaking bubbles, please. Please, for the love of God, just do it.